Mother made you, mother raised you, mother saved you, mother gave you all the tools to keep you from the heartaches that she went through. Oh, mother sits out on the stoop, yes she does, with some front porch wisdom for you. Oh, it's time, it's time, oh, it's time, it's time for the Motherwit Show.
Well, hello, how y'all doing? Yeah, it's me, Motherwit. I'm just sitting here again reading my Bible. I like to do that when I don't have no other activity going on, you know. In between cooking and cleaning house and running around and going visit folk, and feeding the hungry, I like to read my word. I like to read it in the morning when I get up and at night and throughout the day because it keeps me. And I want to tell you, should have been doing it a long time ago. Yeah, I know we need to take time to read the word because this is our direction. We ain't got no other direction but this one. But I want to tell you a story. I was looking in the book of Joshua, the whole book of Joshua now, got a fantastic story, chapter 7. You need to read it. It's about this guy named Achan. That's right, his name was Achan. And he was just a soldier, a regular guy. He was a father, a husband, and he was a soldier. And they was fighting a war. And he was part in that battle. He was fighting too. But one thing about that war, God had instructed the folk not to take none of the belongings of the people that they was warring against. Don't take none of it because it was all nasty. It was not covered, and it was an abomination to take it. Well, Achan took some. Yeah, but he didn't tell nobody. He saw it. He wanted it. He took it, and he hid it. Yeah, but guess what the cost was? He had it. He had the stuff that he wasn't supposed to have. But let me tell you this. It cost 36 people, soldiers, that lost the war because they had gone against what God had said. One person, him, only one, had done something that God told him not to do, but it cost the people around him. And then guess what? It cost him his wife, his family, his servants, his animals, his cattle, his sheep, his belongings, and it cost him his life. Yeah. You know, when you work against what God says, there's a price to pay for it. I don't care if you can hide it. You can't hide it from God. God made it so that people know what you're doing. Now, you can see it, and you can want it, and you can take it, and you can hide it, or think you're hiding it. You can hide it from me and from people around you, but you definitely cannot hide it from God. God knows what you're doing. He sees you. He hears you. God is watching. You need to be careful about what you're doing. You ought to be careful about what you're looking at. You ought to be careful about what you're wanting to get. You ought to be careful about what you're taking up with. And most of all, you need to be really careful about what you're hiding. Yeah. I like that stuff they talk about being transparent, being open. You know, because if you ain't got nothing to hide, if you ain't taking anything, if you ain't coveting stuff, wanting stuff you ain't supposed to have, you can look at it all day long, but don't mean that you're supposed to have it, or that you got to take it, or that you got to hide it once you do take it. You better be careful, because God is got his eye on you. And look what it costs. Every time you do something against God, it costs you something. It costs you somebody, people that you work with, people that you care about, people that you love. It costs your family members sometimes. And sometimes it costs you your own life. You need to take a look at it. You need to do what God says. When he tell you don't do something, you need to obey him. And that's in the word. He tell you a whole lot of stuff you ain't supposed to be doing. And you better be trying to get to it and trying to make it right with yourself so that you don't lose out. your life, your family, your friends, and you don't definitely lose the war. God bless you today. And come on back. I got some more stories to tell you. This is Mother Wit. Peace.
Well, you can't hide sinner. Well, you can't hide sinner. Well, you can't hide sinner. Well, you can't hide. You may run to the rock and the rock time. Tell me what you gonna do now.